What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Oh, hi guys, welcome to Nicky's World. I'm Nicky, your host, and today, guys, I wanted to talk about the PINO State of the Union address. Alright, I want to talk about how divisive that was and why it has become the most divisive State of the Union address since Obama. And then we got to talk about why people are leaving blue states, and I got a good example of that too. Alright? But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nicky's World so much, seriously, guys, can y'all consider donating a cup of coffee for me? Because for the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I am also on Locals, guys. If you guys want to support and sponsor this podcast show, if you guys love Nicky's World so much, seriously, guys, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. Also, guys, I do have affiliate links with Podbean, Amazon, eBay, and Shabari Study. If you guys want to support me through those, the links are in the description below. And seriously, guys, before we get this show on the road, literally, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nicky's World, please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today. Woo-wee! Alright, I'm on the way to work right now. I had a little doozy I had to do. So, yeah, I'm on the way. So, I'm ready to go, fired up. I got my more than $2 worth of opinions here on the PINO State of the Union address. I really do, guys. I really do. Alright? Believe me, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me, I got more than $2 worth of opinions here. I really do. Because, quite frankly, guys, I'ma say this. The PINO's State of the Union address was the most divisive State of the Union address ever since basically Obama. It has been the most divisive State of the Union address ever. The fact that he is more divisive than Obama put together just goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, that this guy does not care one shit about this country, and that this guy is literally in bed with the communist in China. He literally is, guys. He literally is. fact that this guy wants to divide this country up even further with his rhetoric that he said last night just goes to show that people hate his guts. Really? How divisive do you want to be by saying that, oh, Republicans want to sunset Medicare and Social Security? No, we don't. What a fucking lunatic this guy is. Really? Really? And then he had the nerve to basically say, oh, Trump supporters were responsible for Paul Pelosi getting home invaded. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. That dude was a lunatic. And you're gonna tag every Trump supporter to him? Fuck you. Seriously. Fuck you. The guy's got a nerve to say that, oh, he's all for border security. Oh, we're gonna stand up to China. Like hell you are. Because you know why? You're already in bed with the Chinese Communist Party. You're already bought and paid for by the Chinese Communists. His so-called State of the Union address is nothing more than an attack on everyone in this country. He's attacking everyone because basically we're not playing along with this guy's mental illness and this guy's lack of thinking. Quite literally, guys, the State of the Union address yesterday was so nauseating, was so divisive, that it was nothing more than him trying to say, oh, I'm going to run for re-election in 2024. I don't think so, man. He might think he's running in 2024, but I got a feeling the House Republicans may want to start either impeaching him or throwing like the 25th Amendment at him. But if you ask me, folks, if you ask me, that State of the Union address just reaffirms how divisive this country is. It just reaffirms how divided we've been. We've been divided since Obama, but this takes Obama factored to the level of the 10th degree. It is. We've been so divisive, so divided that, oh my fucking God. I mean, how badly does this guy want to divide this country up? Like saying, oh, it's Trump supporters' fault. It's MAGA supporters' fault that we're this and this and this. No, it isn't, you dumb motherfucker. It's your fault that you divided this country up, that your rhetoric is dividing everyone up. It is. The rhetoric I saw in that State of the Union address was so divisive, it just makes me wonder, who the fuck supports this idiot? Who the fuck supports him? I want to know what idiot votes for this guy. What idiot votes for him? Seems to me people like vote for the wrong person. Okay? Seems to me these people like basically want to embarrass us. You know? And it's funny how he says, oh, I'm going to stand up to China. We're going to stand up to China. Like, fuck you are, dude. You're already in bed with the Chinese Communist Party. You're already in their bed You already bought and paid for by them. You sold us out to them, and you got the fucking nerve to say you're gonna stand up to China? I'm already laughing my pants off already at that one, man. I was laughing so hard that, oh my fucking God, man. I mean, seriously, guys, seriously. He's a joke. Joe Biden is the biggest joke in this country. No wonder why China was able to float a spy balloon across America, because they know that he's been brought off by them, that he won't do jack shit until it's too damn fucking late. Seriously, dude, seriously. This guy's a laughing stock. This guy's a joke. You know? And he says he's going to do something about the border crisis. Like, fuck he is. He ain't going to do jack shit, because you know why? He's going to magnify it, because he wants illegals to vote for him. Yeah. So that's he's already a joke. He's already a fucking joke in this country. Okay? Let's put it to you this way. The amount of damage that he's done to this country is going to take about at least 3 or 4 presidents to at least repair the damage. It is going to take about 3 to 4 presidents to do it. Sadly, folks, it's going to take a long time before that ever happens. Alright? But the damage is already being done. The damage that Joe Biden and his dumb fucking Democrats are doing to this country, I'm telling you right now, your generation, 2 generations down the road, are going to be the ones suffering because of this. It is. It's so divisive that this asshole had the nerve to gaslight us. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Democrats are the king of gaslighting. You thought the transgender cult was the king of gaslighting. I say this. It would be a competition between the trans cult and the Democrats. Who gaslights the most? Yeah, it is. It is, because if you look at how the Democrats gaslight us and how the trans cult gaslights us, there's like no contest. They both do it. And when they both do it, it's like, holy fuck. Yeah. This is why, guys, and this is why I've said this, the trans cult and the Democrats, they're in competition over who can gaslight the American public the most. Who can lie often, lie confidently, and isolate you from the truth the most. That's what gaslighting is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what gaslighting is. Because you got people like that who can gaslight and lie to you so much, it ain't even fucking funny. It ain't. It really ain't. But the sad thing is, guys, the sad thing about all this State of the Union address is that this guy has basically said the most divisive State of the Union address since Obama. Okay? Obama was like, oh, yeah. I was like, wow. But Joe Biden saying that shit? Holy fuck. This guy is the most divisive person to ever sit in the White House. I'm telling you this right now because I'm going to say this. This guy literally hates us. And in his speech, he takes pot shots at us. He takes pot shots at who we are. And I sit there and I go, the fuck, dude? Yeah. He literally does. He literally gaslights us. He literally calls us like, oh, MAGA supporters, Trump supporters. And he tries to blame us for the shit that he caused. Or tries to dump it on us and say, oh, it's Trump's fault that we have record inflation, this and this and this. Or it's Trump supporters and Republicans' fault because they want to get rid of Social Security and Medicare. I'm like, no, we don't. We owe the seniors Medicare and Social Security. We owe them. The fact that he wants to say that, oh, we're doing this and this and this is the biggest fuck you in the face to the American public. It is. It is. And he's got the nerve to gaslight us right before the presidential election starting next year. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. His chances of ever getting reelected just went right out the motherfucking window. Yeah. His chance of ever getting reelected went out the window. Because believe me, what voter is fucking stupid enough to vote for this guy? I want to know, man. I want to know who is the most stupidest voter that will vote for him. Oh wait, I don't have to look any further because I live in the blue state of Connecticut and I see stupid idiots that will vote for this guy. Yeah, I see it all the damn time. I see it every day on a daily basis. I mean, holy fucking cow. Seriously, man. Seriously. But I'll tell you this, man. That State of the Union address was so divisive that I don't care what he says. You're not uniting this country, you know? You're just dividing this country further and further with your leftist, Democrat, socialist, communist, garbage bullshit. Yeah. And you know what? It's true. It's true. It really is. How can a guy say that he's uniting the country? He's dealing with the border crisis. He's dealing with the fentanyl crisis that is going on in this country. That the Chinese are flooding into this country with fentanyl through the southern border. And it's killing more people than fucking COVID put together. Yeah. And you know what's kind of funny, guys? He didn't once mention about ending the COVID shit because you know why? That COVID shit is why he's in power. That COVID shit is why he is still in office, why the Democrats are still in power. Because look at it this way. If the COVID shit ended, the Democrats would lose power and the power would go right back to the people. Pretty much. That's why the one thing he didn't talk about in his State of the Union address was ending the COVID bullshit. Yeah, he didn't talk about that. Because you know why, ladies and gentlemen? COVID is giving Democrats the lust for power. It is giving them the hard-on just to stay in power by saying, ooh. Yeah, they got a hard-on for power. They do. That's why it's like this. If the COVID bullshit went away, they'd lose all their power. They would. That's why he didn't talk about it in the State of the Union address, because he knows by talking about it, he's going to anger his own base, which means his own base is hungry, driven for power. They have a lust and hard-on just to stay in power. They literally do, folks. They literally do. The fact of the matter is, guys, Joe Biden is the most hated president in the United States of America. The fact that we call him the PINO, which is president in name only, because he was not duly elected, he was installed, and his election is being called into question because of the fact that how he got elected is why people are questioning his legitimacy. Yeah. How he got elected to office is why people are questioning, like, his legitimacy. I'll tell you this, already around the world, people are like this. People are saying that he's a joke, you know? People around the world already know that he's a joke, that he's a laughing stock of the world, that people don't take him seriously. People just laugh at him and go, I don't care. He's a joke. He's like, nah, we don't take this guy seriously. Yeah. That's why, ladies and gentlemen. That's why, like this. Even China, who definitely brought him out, know that he's just a joke. That he's just a funny joke to them. Because you know why? They know that nobody takes him seriously in this country. Nobody takes him seriously. No one. That's why it's like this. Everyone knows that he's a joke. Yeah. You don't have to tell me twice, but I'll tell you this. He's definitely a joke. He is. He is, guys. He is. But I'll say this, guys. I will say this. I'll say this. I'm not happy with what he said in his so-called State of the Union address, because it sounded more like a campaign speech for him to run for re-election in 2024, which I do believe most of the Democrat Party don't want him to run. Okay? I'm not taking either side, but I do know that if they don't want him to run, they're gonna do whatever it takes to get rid of him. They are. So that's why, folks. That's why it's like this. Joe Biden is the most hated person in this country. You thought Jimmy Carter was the worst president. I take that back. Okay? Jimmy Carter isn't the worst president in America. The worst president in America, ladies and gentlemen, is Joe Biden. He's not duly elected. Okay? He wasn't even elected by a vast majority of voters. He was basically installed. And his election is being called into question because people have doubts that he was duly elected. Yeah, people have doubts, you know, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Nope. But I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say this. That State of the Union address cemented the fact that he is the most divisive person in this country. More divided than Barack Obama and his, tranny wife, Big Mike? Yeah? But you don't have to take my word for it, folks. But I will say this, guys. We have a divided country, okay? We have never been united since Trump, okay? We've been so divided that people will fight over either side that I sit there and I go, how can we be a united country when we're so divided? When you have both sides, like, divided over like, a president. Yeah. How can we, ladies and gentlemen? How can we? I look at it like this, folks. I look at it like this. Joe Biden in his State of the Union address shows that we are more divided than ever. We are so far apart that we will never come together as a country. We will never. I'm sorry. There is no way on God's green earth that we will ever come together as a nation. Because we are so polarized, so divided, and Joe Biden has widened that gap so badly that we will never see eye to eye to each other. We'll never. And the one thing that he did that widened the divide is that he said, oh, Republicans want to sunset Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. He wants to scare every living Democrat or every living human being in the United States of America into voting for him. It's nothing more than a scare tactic. It is, guys. It is nothing more than a fucking scare tactic. The fact that this guy wants to scare everyone into voting for him just goes to show that they're using like scare tactics or gaslighting to get you to vote for them. Don't fall for that, guys. Don't fall for that piece of shit. Don't, ladies and gentlemen. Don't. Because that's what's going to get us divided in this country. That's what's going to make us so divisive that it's not even funny. Don't. And that's why I say this, guys. I say this. Joe Biden's State of the Union address was the worst since Barack Obama. It was horrific. It was downright disgusting. It was downright ugly. It was as ugly as you can get. And believe me, guys, believe me. I almost threw my TV out the damn fucking window. I almost threw it out. Trust me, the day I throw my TV out the window is when it's really that fucking bad out there. Okay? When it's really that bad, that's when you see my TV flying out the window. It is. And that's why, guys, I've said this many times. We have a divisive president sitting. We have a divisive person sitting in the White House. We really do. We have someone who is more divisive than ever. We really do. I, for one, am one of those who say like this. We don't have a sitting president. We have an installed dictator. We really do. We really do. We don't have a democracy anymore in this country. We have what we call an authoritarian third world banana republic bullshit. We do. We really, really do. And believe me, folks, believe me. Joe Biden's divisive speech, it's not resonating well with the American public. It's not. The American public ain't buying his bullshit, ain't buying his rhetoric. They're not buying it. And I guarantee you, there are reasons why they're not buying it, guys. Because look at the recession that we're in. Look at the recession and the inflation this idiot has caused. Okay? This idiot has caused massive amounts of recession and inflation that average Americans are not buying into his bullshit. They are not. They are literally not, guys. We're not buying into it, and we're not buying what he's peddling. We're sitting on massive inflation. We're sitting record number of inflation here in this country. We're sitting on a recession here that our money is not going further than it once was. We're being taxed to a fucking oblivion so much that we can't afford what we used to afford. It's like this. During the Trump administration, we were able to bring more money home than we once were. Now under the PINO, we're not able to bring enough home. And Democrats think, oh, inflation's transitory. Inflation and recession are transitory. They're temporary. Like, fuck you are, dude. When we can't afford to buy like what we need to survive and live, yeah, we are in a recession. And the Democrats live in this fantasy that say, oh, we're not in a recession. We're not in a recession. We're not in one of these recessions that you like to claim. Yeah, we are in a recession, you dumb fuck. We are in a recession, okay? If you don't understand it, then you are fucking stupid as hell. You literally are. You are a stupid, dumb motherfucker, okay? And I hate to say this. You are as dumb as a fucking horse. Yeah, you literally are. You literally are, guys. You are as dumb as a motherfucking horse. And it doesn't surprise me, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But I'll say this. I, for one, will never vote Democrat ever again. I don't care who the politician is. If you have a D behind it, I'm sorry. But I will only vote if you agree, if you support the issues I support. If you don't, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not voting for your ass. I am not voting. Nope. And oh, hell, fuck no. Yeah. I'll say that. Nope. Nope, and oh hell no. Yeah. And that's why I won't vote Democrat ever again. Anyway, I want to talk about this before we go. Okay? You ever notice how like people are exiting the blue states and going to red states and then shitting on it? It's like y'all complain about leaving the blue states because it got really bad for the shit that you did, and now you're going to like red states and then doing it all over again. It seems like people don't learn their fucking lesson. They don't, ladies and gentlemen. They don't learn their lesson, and that's why they're in the shit that they're in right now. Yeah. It's like people who flee like blue states due to the regressive policies that they voted for, and now they go to like red states like Florida, Texas, and then they shit on that too. It makes me wonder, ladies and gentlemen. It makes me wonder, why do these people do this shit? Why they flee like blue states just to go shit on another red state? It begs the question, why? It really does, guys. It begs the question, why? Why they want to go to like a red state like Florida and Texas, you know, and then all of a sudden shit on their state and then don't do a damn thing about it? It's because, you know why? They just want to wreck one state. They just want to wreck one state. They just want to wreck. They just want to go wreck another state. It's basically like this. You have a diehard Democrat who lives in the state of Connecticut. Okay, I'll use my home state as an example. They'll vote all these Democrats in, all these regressive policies in, okay? And then when the state gets really bad enough because these people voted for it, they'll flee to red states and then flip the state purple, like they did to Virginia. Virginia was a good example. Virginia was a red state. Then it flipped the blue because they voted in like politicians who did asinine, stupid policies, and then now they voted back a red, like a Republican governor, and the state flipped the red. The fact is, guys, we have assholes who shit on one state, got sick and tired of it, go on and shit on another state. Reminds me of that movie, like, I believe that Will Smith Independence Day, where you had an alien race who went from planet to planet to basically wipe the planet clean of all its resources, and then after they're done, they go to other planets. That's like Democrats. They go to one state, clean out everything and wipe everything clean, and then they go to other states, and then after they're done, they go to other states and do the same thing all over again. Yeah. That's basically Democrats in a nutshell. That is. They will go to like a purple state, ruin it so much, turn it into a deep blue state, and then all of a sudden after they're done shitting on it and destroying it, they will flee to a red state and do the shit all over again. They really do. This is how asinine Democrats are these days. This is how retarded they really are these days. It is. It is. And it's remarkable that they are that stupid to do this. That they will shit on a blue state so much that once they shit on it, they will flee to a red state and do the same shit all over again. Don't these people ever learn their lesson? Don't they? I mean, I wonder, do they ever learn their lesson? If they don't, I don't know how we let these people ever vote in the fucking first place. I don't. I really don't. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't. Okay? But as for me, guys, I will say this. As for me, I know I can never leave Connecticut no matter how hard I try. And there's a reason for that, guys. I have 2 rare medical conditions. All my top doctors and scientists who take care of me are in Connecticut and Massachusetts. So it's very hard for me to flee if I wanted to. It is. The closest state I can flee to that is a diehard libertarian is New Hampshire. And that's the closest enough. But other than that, it would be next to impossible for me to flee. It would be. It would be, guys. It would. So that's why I'm stuck here in New England, even though I would love to flee New England because of progressive Democrat policies. But the only way I'm ever going to change that is if I can get people from red states who can help us flip New England from blue to red. Okay? That is the only way. But anyway, guys, I am here at Cumbies. I need to get my cup of coffee before I go into work. But I want to say all this. Thank you for listening to Nicky's World. I'm Nicky, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now. You just listened to an episode of Nicky's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.